Do you want to know why the majority of people that visit your website never ever give you any of their information or become a lead? It's not because your website isn't pretty, it's not because your sales funnel isn't optimized, and it's not because your messaging isn't on point. The reason why 99% of the people that visit your website don't actually give you their information is simply because they're too lazy. I mean, let's be honest, in today's day and age, if you have to do any work whatsoever, you're usually more likely not to do it than you are to do it. So whenever they get to your website and they see that blinking little icon that says enter in your full name or enter in your email or your phone number, they're more likely to just exit out and not actually enter that information in or input in inaccurate information. You know, like kissmyass@gmail.com, or their phone number is 111-111-1111. In this video, I'm gonna walk you through step-by-step in a screen share and show you exactly how LinkedIn lead generation ads are gonna solve those problems for you so you can get more leads at a cheaper cost. Now, this video is gonna be part of my LinkedIn advertising series. So in the description below, I'm gonna put a few other videos that I've done on LinkedIn ads, such as how to set up LinkedIn ads from A to Z, as well as LinkedIn retargeting ads. But in this one specifically, we're gonna be talking about one of the newest features LinkedIn rolled out, which is LinkedIn lead generation ads. Now, we love LinkedIn lead generation ads specifically for two main reasons. Number one, it auto-populates the correct information of the lead in the LinkedIn lead generation form, so you don't have to worry about inaccurate information or your conversion rate being really low because they have to type in so much information. For example, LinkedIn lead generation ads can auto-populate their name, their email, their phone number, their business, what their title is, how many employees they have. And because it doesn't require any energy or work on the leads part, they're more likely to just hit submit than they are to erase it and put in false information or just not submit it at all. The second reason why we love LinkedIn lead generation ads is because LinkedIn loves LinkedIn lead generation ads. I know what you're thinking. Of course, Ravi, LinkedIn loves LinkedIn lead generation ads. It's their ads. And of course, you are correct. However, specifically, LinkedIn loves LinkedIn lead generation ads because LinkedIn lead generation ads keep the user on the platform. For example, a lot of the other campaigns you can run on LinkedIn take the user off the LinkedIn platform and onto your website where they can no longer run ads to that user and collect ad revenue. Versus a LinkedIn lead generation campaign or a LinkedIn lead generation ad where it actually keeps the user on the LinkedIn platform. They fill out the information and submit it, and then the user can continuously scrolling on their newsfeed, thus allowing LinkedIn to continue to show additional ads to them and collect more ad revenue. So I think it's safe to assume then that LinkedIn is going to promote those ads more than other ads as it's going to be more profitable for the LinkedIn platform. Now, if we hop right in here to the LinkedIn website where they talk about their lead generation ads, I just want to show you a few interesting statistics. So first of all, obviously it says that, lead gen forms remove the barrier to online conversions, which are forms, right? That have to be filled out manually by their prospects. So all of their profile data, as you can see here, is automatically the function, the job title, everything's automatically inputted inside of there. So you have a much higher conversion rate when someone clicks on that ad than sending them to a website where you ask that information that they had to type in. The other interesting statistic here is that LinkedIn's lead conversion rates are 3 times higher than other major ad platforms. And that was actually a survey done by HubSpot when they were comparing LinkedIn and Google AdWords. So you're getting the ability to not only get really high quality information, but you're actually converting with that information higher than any other platform online. So with all that being said, let's dive into setting up a really high converting LinkedIn lead generation campaign. So you can either hit create ad on this page, or you can go to your LinkedIn profile and click on work down here, and you can click marketing solutions. But no matter any way you skin it, you're gonna pretty much end up on this LinkedIn campaign manager page here. Now, let me just take a quick second and say, if you do want help with your business-to-business lead generation services, I am going to put a link down below where you can apply to speak with our team. We've literally helped thousands of entrepreneurs at this point set up lead generation machines for their company that they can remove themselves from. So this is going to be my quick little call to action. Say, if you want us to set that up with you, just click the button click the link in the description down below, and you can book a quick time to speak with us. Now, this is inside the LinkedIn campaign manager here. And so we're going to set up a LinkedIn lead generation ad from A to Z. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do it. So first thing you want to do is create a campaign group here. Now, under campaign group name, you can really put anything you want to, but I'm just going to put LinkedIn lead generation. And then I usually put the date, which today is the 13th. So 13/20. Awesome. I usually have it start the next day and not today because I want to give I want everything to get approved and ready to go. So that first thing in the morning it starts spending versus it starting to spend at the end of the day today and trying to put all of my daily budget in 4 hours. So we're gonna come down here and click save. And you're gonna see right here, 113 LinkedIn lead generation campaign. So we're gonna click on it. Then you're gonna wanna actually create a campaign itself. So create campaign, that you wanna use the LinkedIn lead generation group we just created. So we're gonna click next. In my LinkedIn advertising tutorial video that I shot a few weeks ago, I'm gonna link that in the description down below. I go through exactly every single one of these and I tell you when you should be using some, when you're using others, but we're just gonna click on LinkedIn lead generation on this one here. Say that 10 times fast, LinkedIn lead generation, LinkedIn lead generation, LinkedIn lead generation. And you're gonna come down here and set up your audience to show this ad to. Now for us at Scaling with Systems, majority of our clients are in the United States, although we do have people in Australia, Singapore, Europe, South America, Canada. But for the examples of this video here, we're just gonna leave this as the United States. And then we're gonna come down to who is your target audience. Now, this is actually really interesting, and this is where I think LinkedIn is really powerful. So you really have two different types of audiences on any ad platform whenever you're running ads. The first type of audience is gonna be retargeting. So those are people that have engaged with your brand or your LinkedIn page or your website in some way or the other. That could be they became a lead, they went to your website, they visited your LinkedIn company page, or any one of the above. And in that instance, they kind of already know who you are. And so you're much more likely to have a lower cost per lead or a lower cost per conversion for that audience because they've already built up some trust already knowing who you are. Like I said, there's a whole different LinkedIn video I have down below on how to set up LinkedIn retargeting campaigns, but that's a really great place to start. However, the issue with that is, of course, that's exhaustive, right? So there's only so many people visiting your website, visiting your LinkedIn company page, becoming a lead every single day. And so instead, what we want to do here is be capturing new people known as cold traffic. The second type of traffic is cold traffic so that we can get total strangers to start interacting with our brand and turn those into customers. So under audiences here, these are mostly going to be retargeting, right? So these are going to be like, people that have visited your website, they've completed lead gen forms, they've gone to your company page, they've watched videos, anything like that. And we're not going to be specifically talking about that in this video. But for this video here, we want to go down to audience attributes, which is going to be people that we can actually target cold so they haven't engaged with our brand yet and bring them into our ecosphere. And so as you can see here, you have a few different ways you can target them. So you can target them by company, you can target them by demographics, you can target them by education, you can target them by job experience, and you can target them by interests and traits. Now, some of my personal favorite audiences to target are going to be member groups. So these are going to be people that are inside of specific LinkedIn groups. Now, LinkedIn is the only platform that I know of where you can actually target people that are inside a specific group. Facebook does not allow you to do that. So you could come in here and let's say for us, we help business to business service providers scale to $1 million in 12 months or less. So for me, I could be typing in stuff like B2B. Let's see if anything pops up for that. So B2B marketing, B2B sales, B2B global networks, B2B sales connections. So I could just start hitting on, all of these if I wanted to, B2B marketing, B2B sales, marketing, social media, lead generation. And then there's additional groups that it tells me inside of here, right? There's another one, B2B sales network. And as you can see, my total target audience size is growing more and more as I'm doing it. And you can see our 30-day impressions. If I was going to spend, I think the default here is $50 a day. So if I spend $50 a day, I could have up to 180,000 people view my ads on LinkedIn, which is really, really powerful. And I know that it's our target market because if you weren't, in B2B sales or B2B marketing, why would you be in a B2B sales or B2B marketing group? So that's how you do, once again, inside of my LinkedIn advertising video, I go so much more in depth on all the audiences and all of that stuff. So if you need more help on that, I recommend you go and check that video down below after you finish watching this video. But let's say do a few more B2B sales, let's say B2B content marketing, all that stuff right there. So we have about 140,000 target audience size at this point, which is really strong. It is actually really good. The thing that we're going to want to do though sometimes is narrow the audience down a little bit. So all of these people are probably in B2B sales and they're in B2B marketing and they're probably our target market. But to be honest with you, there's also probably a lot of employees that work for these B2B companies that are inside these groups here. And me personally, we only work with CEOs, founders. Now, once we get the CEOs, founders, and company owners on the team, then we can have their entire team come on board and let us help them as well. But as far as who's stroking the check, who we want to work with personally, it's going to be the actual founder or CEO person themselves. So what you want to do is usually come over to, I forget where they put it now, but it's going to be, I think under, not demographics, but job experience, job titles, job seniorities. So you can come in here and say, oops, job titles, director, executive. So director, you could come in here and say. You could also come here and say founder, co-founder, associate founder, right? You could say CEO, chief executive officer. So we've narrowed this down to 25,000 people now, but now it's much more specific with actual, founders and CEOs of their companies versus just doing it anybody that's alive that's inside of that group, okay? And you can even narrow down further and say, I only want people that have 100 plus employees, right? So you can narrow down further and further. I honestly wouldn't do anything below 50,000 as far as the target audience size here. So I'd probably have to add some more groups or add some more titles over here. I don't think I have owner over here. So maybe we can say like owner. Let's see. Owner. There we go. Owner, co-owner. So that brought it up, I think 5 or 10,000 right there. So I would play around this until I had about 50,000 people that I was trying to show this ad to. I usually turn off enable audience expansion here because what you're pretty much telling LinkedIn is, hey, go out there. I gave you this really specific audience, but if you find people like it, go out there and run ads to them. And I think there's a time and place for it. And I think LinkedIn's a little bit too early on in the game, in the advertising game, to be doing it right now. Maybe in like a year or so you can enable it, but we're gonna unclick it here just so we can say, hey, I only want to go after these exact people here, okay? There's also the option here to exclude people. So you can exclude people that have already become leads inside of your company. You can exclude people that have already, let's say here I had a lead generation form. We could come here and say retargeting, lead gen forms. And then if I had a lead gen form right here, I could say, hey, I want to exclude people that have already submitted this lead gen form, okay? So that's pretty much how we do audiences. And now let's move down to ad format. So on ad format, you really have a few different options on here. So there's gonna be a single image ad, a carousel image ad, a video ad, a message ad, or a conversation ad. Now, for our examples here, I'm gonna probably just use a single image ad because we've actually seen single image ads to convert really high. I know a lot of people talk about video ads, and I really do love video ads. But the issue with video ads is you have your sales copy in the actual ad itself. Then you have your video message and the transcription and the things you're saying inside the video. And then they have to click it, they have to read the lead form. And so it's a lot of information to process for your lead. And like I said, people are generally really lazy. And so you want to cater to that laziness. So instead, if I just have the sales copy and the actual copy of the ad, and then I have an image that showcases, my authority, whether it's like me with a few $100,000 in cash, I've done that in a few ads, or me, shaking, Russell Brunson's hands, me getting my 2 Comma Club award up here for making $1 million in 5 months, or, in a car, or anything you can think of where someone looks at that and they go, okay, this person, it captured my attention and it shows that they're an authority there. Maybe me speaking at a mastermind event, something like that. I would put that as the image. That way it's easy to see that and then read the sales copy above it. So for this example here, we're going to leave a single image ad. Then we're going to come down here, and once again, I said I didn't want to do the audience expansion or LinkedIn Audience Network, so we're going to keep it as it is. I would never run an ad on LinkedIn that was cold. That means that to total strangers that don't know who you are, not retargeting, for less than $25 a day. So I'll probably put this at about $25 a day here. It's going to start today, or you can have it start tomorrow. The bidding strategy is totally fine. I'd definitely recommend you keep it you'd keep it automatic for maximum delivery. And then you can add your conversions here. Once again, in my other video, I show you how to set up LinkedIn conversions, or LinkedIn conversion pixels, so that it knows when someone becomes a lead, or it knows when someone becomes a booked appointment. So for here, let's click add a conversions. I already set this up. We'll say whenever someone books an appointment, I want to know if they came from this LinkedIn lead generation ad, okay? So now we click next here, and you're gonna click save, that we do want to continue. And it's going to ask us to put in ads here. So obviously now we have our campaign down, which is going to be LinkedIn lead generation ads. We have the targeting, which is going to be people in this B2B groups that are also founders and CEOs that are inside that B2B groups. And now what exactly are we showing these people? So we're going to click create new ad here. You're going to name this ad whatever you want. I'm just going to name this mastermind image, right? And then we're going to come down here and add an image down here that you use. Once again, I like I said before, I like to do things that are kind of show me as an authority. So here's a pretty fun image of me at a mastermind speaking at an event that I host in San Diego with about 150 of my clients. Also, sometimes I like to be a little silly. Here's another photo that I have of me with a few $100,000 on the table here for an ad that I did. That's like a thumbs stopping picture right there for sure. And then what you want to do is you want to put up your introductory text up here up top. So if you are watching this video and you've gotten massive value out of it, please do me a quick favor and smash that like button down below. Make sure you hit subscribe, because this is more information than most people put out in their online courses or your ads agency that is charging you thousands of dollars a month. I'm walking you through this entire thing A to Z. So smash the like button and the subscribe button down below, and let's actually create the ad. So in a LinkedIn lead generation ad, you have to do a few things. You have to create the ad that people see as soon as they see the like, you know, whenever they're scrolling on their news feed, what do they see? And then you have to create the LinkedIn lead generation form itself. So what happens when they click on that ad? What do they have to fill out? So the ad's gonna vary, obviously, depending on what you're offering people. I have another YouTube video where I go really in depth on what are the best lead magnets out there, but examples would just be free trainings that cover some big pain points that your target market has, a free course, a paid course, or like an ebook or a PDF or something like that, where you're answering your prospects' questions in a lot of depth, and so they're willing to give up their full name, their email, their phone number, their company information in exchange for that really valuable thing that you're offering them. So I have a free course. The link's in the description down below. It's called the 3 Steps to Scale. It's pretty much how we've scaled 2 companies to 7 figures in under 2 years. So I'm going to use that as an example inside of here. So what we're going to say in here is, want to know how we scaled 2 companies to 7 figures in under 2 years, question mark, right? And then of course, thank goodness for Grammarly, because I don't know how to spell. And then I'm going to come down here and say, it's not easy, but it is simple. So simple, in fact, that we've taught it to 1,000 other entrepreneurs. I don't know how to spell as well, so I know you're like, wow, you're an entrepreneur that doesn't know how to spell entrepreneur. How ironic is that? It's not easy, but it is simple. So simple that we've taught it to 1,000 other entrepreneurs. I have boiled it down to 3 steps and put it in a totally free course for you, with over 4.5 hours of content. Your, advertising agency is going to be embarrassed. They are charging you $4K a month for this, right? So add a little humor, hit to their pain points. Maybe you make sure you spell correctly. If you guys can't spell, comment down below. Let me know you guys can't spell. I need to make sure that there are other people that can't spell just like me. So if you want to get immediate access, click, I think it's gonna be learn more below. Okay? So that's our little ad. That's our introductory text right here. This is kind of what it looks like on LinkedIn. That's what it looks like on mobile. So not bad, not bad. And then we're gonna come down here and put the destination URL. You can be just your Scaling with Systems. That's our website, scalingwithsystems.com. So this is not actually gonna be where you're sending people to. They're gonna be going exactly to the LinkedIn lead gen form, but you do wanna have something on there so they know, you have your privacy policy, all of that stuff on there. So then you come down here and say the headline of the ad itself. So we can say, how, or I would say probably something like free course, how I scaled 2 companies to 7 figs in 2 years, right? That's a pretty solid little headline there. You can put the description down if you want to. Click the learn more button below to get instant access to the course. Okay? Then we're going to come down here and go to the form details. So like I said, I like to do more, learn more as far as the form details is concerned. So learn more is going to be the button they hit in order to go to here. And then to select the lead gen form, I already have a 3 steps to scale one here. So email address and phone number. So it automatically gives me their first name, their last name, and their job title. But for examples here, let's just create a new one. We'll just say 3 steps to scale example, so my team sees that later. Offer headline, access to our 3 steps to scale course. I usually don't put details underneath it because I don't want to confuse them. Privacy policy URL, scalingwithsystems.com/privacy policy. The text is optional. And then we're gonna come down here and set up the question. So this is what makes these the LinkedIn lead generation forms so powerful. This is what makes it so incredible, is that you can literally just put in any information you want to here, and it's going to auto populate just like this inside of the forms for your lead. So all they have to do is click submit. So you can ask actually a lot of questions that you definitely couldn't ask on your website for fear of the person just exiting out. But here it's going to automatically upload that information. So it usually automatically gives you a few, like first name, last name, email address. Let's say I also wanted to know, what's their job title inside of their company. You can also know, their education, their, university or school that they went to, what they're studying, any kind of stuff like that. But first name, last name, email, and job title is totally fine with me. You can even add custom questions if you actually want them to fill out specific questions, such as, what's your monthly revenue in your business right now? And then you could put additional questions in here like, $10,000 a month, $50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and that can help, upload into your CRM and pre-qualify that information for you. So I'm not going to put that custom question in this one because that kind of takes away from the LinkedIn lead gen form, because at that point they're typing things or having to select things, where I like to have it just where everything's automatically populated there. So once again, a custom checkboxes if you want to get their consent in order to send text messages or phone calls or emails. When you're watching this, what's legal inside your country, consult a professional. And then we'll come down here in the confirmation, thanks so much. Your course is being sent to your email. In the meantime, why don't you book a strategy call with our team so we can help you with implementation? Right? Can help you with implementation. Awesome. And then I'm going to put in my booking page here, which is scalingwithsystems.com/VA-application. That's scalingwithsystems.com/VA-application. Okay. Just, if you want to go to that website, what are you going to do? Thank you message, call to action. You can say, learn more, view now, download now, try now. I usually just like learn more. It's the easiest way to do it. And then you can have hidden fields. That's advanced stuff that we teach inside of our program. So you can track like where they're coming from. LinkedIn ads, they're coming to YouTube ads, YouTube organic, cold email. So don't worry about that now. And then you click create, ladies and gentlemen, and bada bing, bada boom, just like that, you got a LinkedIn lead generation campaign set up. Wowzers, that is impressive. And we did it all in under 30 minutes, I think. I don't really know how long this video is right now. So then we'll click next on here. Everything looks A-okay. Then we'll click launch campaign. Bada bing, bada boom, we just finished it. Great job. The LinkedIn lead generation campaign is live. And now you would just hook it up to your CRM. We use a software called Zapier in order to actually hook it up so that we can get the leads come in live, and our sales team or our appointment setters can hit those leads up, try to get them on a strategy session to book a call with our team. If you want us to help you set up these kind of campaigns for your business and actually figure out, should you be running LinkedIn ads, YouTube ads, Google ads, should be doing cold email, should be making YouTube videos, I'd recommend just clicking the button in the description down below, and you can book a time to speak with myself or one of our team members, and we'll give you a better idea of where you should be focusing your efforts in your business based on the thousands of entrepreneurs that we've helped grow and scale in the business-to-business space. If you got some massive value out of this video, please do me a quick favor. I live off this stuff. Just smash the like button down below. Make sure you hit subscribe so you can see videos that I'm putting out like this every single week. Check out some additional videos that are going to pop up on the screen right after I'm done talking here, like the other LinkedIn ads videos. And I will see you guys in the comment section below.